How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Queen. How you doing? It's good to see you. I think Twins in here too. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Hear ye,
Goodness.
KINGZ building. I
You already know.
My goodness. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with us today here at WWE TV. I'm the New York and Atlanta host, Miss Goldi. And I've been doing this for a very long time. And this is the first time I ever had the pleasure of interviewing twins.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. So
This
it's the
is
first
going to
time.
be
Yeah.
fun.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
worry, we'll
So
make it
much for
memorable
having
for
us.
you. I promise. Hold on one
Did
second.
you say it was your birthday?
Nah. Next week's our birthday, but we said we'll make it memorable for you for sure. We appreciate you having us for sure.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so which twin are you?
Uh,
The New York Catalog.
one of the twins. Wait, yeah, which one of the twins? I mean, I'm the. I guess I would say the younger one. I'm the one that's like 1 minute younger than he is.
Okay, so he's the oldest. Does he like, use that against you and say that he's older than you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I claim my minute. You know what I'm saying? What Maxine say? I claim my time.
That's right. That's right. Twin Kings. So tell me where you kings hail from.
So we hail from actually Brooklyn, New York. We heard you out of New York and Atlanta. So we was born out in Maryland, but we was raised majority of our life out of New York, out of Brooklyn. So that's home for us.
She's
Oh,
Flatbush in the 40s. If you know, you know. Holla at your koala. Shout out the dark side, you heard?
Yeah, and we got love for Maryland.
okay.
We got love for the DMV too. We you know what I'm saying, we reside out here currently, so we decided to come back home too as well. So we claim both, but home is home. You know what I mean?
I love the DMV. I lived in Gaithersburg and Rockville and
Or
the school out there when I was younger, and I'm a seafood lover, so
hell
Hey,
yeah, gotta
one
love
of
the
my
Maryland
favorite
crab.
areas.
Hell,
Yeah,
gotta love the crab. That's right. That's facts.
first crab
yeah.
cake I ever loved was in Baltimore. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's something different.
Don't get
Crazy.
me started. Please don't get me started. I threaten people that live there, like, you still owe me crabs. I know these people trying to figure out how they owe me crabs, but just because you live there, so now y'all guys owe me crabs too. Whoever lives there owes me crabs, and I want my crabs.
Too
Hell
easy,
yeah.
Miss Goldie. You pull up anytime. Anytime I got you. I know just the spot. Matter of fact, speaking of the spots, despite the place that we shot that music video, twin.
Oh yeah. Billy's Crab House.
Yeah, yeah.
Captain Billy.
Captain Billy's, Captain Billy's.
Is
Yeah,
it the one with the big lump crab cake?
they have all of it. They
Yeah,
have
they
everything.
got
Yeah,
everything.
fire,
Everything.
fire.
Shout out to Captain Billy's.
They out in La Plata.
Yeah, just off the Chesapeake.
Yeah,
Just off the Chesapeake.
Oh,
fire.
don't threaten me with a good time, because I will pull up. You better ask somebody. People tell me to pull up. I'm calling you like, yeah, I'm in Maryland.
Yeah, pull up. What you mean? Pull up. We'll show you a good time. I promise that. That's guaranteed.
So tell me about Twin Kings. Like, when did you guys first start with the music?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Twin guy,
I
you
mean,
can take lead on that one.
yeah, we started when we was 9 years old. We watched the cipher up in the boogie down in the Bronx. Our cousin brought us to the park to play basketball, and on our way to the park,
Soundview, yeah.
yeah, Soundview, we found there was a cipher going on in like one of the corner stores, and my cousin just jumped in, you know what I'm saying, and we watched how people reacted and and stuff like that, and we was always wowed at the fact that he just jumped in and looked like you would think that people were fighting outside, but it really was just like this great camaraderie of just men, exchanging words with each other and creatively speaking and stuff like that, and everybody was just like reacting like, oh, you know what I'm saying. So we kind of like tugged on our cousin's shoulders, like, yo, like, how'd you do that? You know what I'm saying? What was the words behind this shit? Like, how did you, with the metaphors, the similes, and all that stuff? Like, he taught us a lot of the nuances and stuff like that. So we kind of, went back and wrote on a napkin because we didn't have any pieces of paper. And yeah, it's been ever since. I still remember my first round. So
yeah. So and then from there, obviously we grew up in I guess a rough childhood. I think it's kind of cliche to say, but it's facts. We grew up kind of rough, and then we actually took a nice break. I think from like all through high school, we still was rhyming, and we were known for like different songs and stuff like that in our high school. We got mad stories about that. And
then Boomerang, bro,
that kind of blew up a little bit for us.
Yeah, especially in high school. Like,
yeah. And then we actually after high school kind of took like more like a little, I wouldn't say a hiatus, but we tried to do the college route thing. We got partial scholarships. We kind of split that. Played college football for a little bit. We ended up dropping out that the end of the year because obviously it got too rough to kind of afford to stay in college. And then long story short, we joined the military. We kind of split ways. Our lives kind of went separate a little bit. Wow. And then he exited the military. Then I got ready to exit the military about just shy a little bit 9 years later. And then he got me right back into it. And then, I guess I'm gonna try to make a long story short. Twin had to convince me to jump back in because I didn't want to rap. I was like,
before we get into that, I didn't exit the military. They military retired me. They retired me.
Yeah.
I got blown up twice in Afghanistan. So
wow.
Yeah, I kind of I got exited medically as well. But he had to convince me to jump back into this rap shit because I was like, for what? Like, for what? I'm like, this is not. For what? We're gonna be in an arena with a bunch of kids, and our agendas might not align, and there's a lot of hate and all this bull crap. It's had a bad stigma, whatever. But he actually convinced me to do something that nobody's in 50 years of hip hop. Shout out to hip hop has never done before, and that was tell a story with the titles of the songs from beginning whenever we decided to finish, telling a spoken word story with the album names and the titles. And I fell in love with that concept. I was like, that's something I would love to be a part of and show our creativity with stuff like that. And then we started taking it real seriously in 2019. We had a lot of recorded tracks before that, but we decided to do something fresh. And we've been going since 2019, about seriously since 2019. And here we are.
Yeah, for sure.
I tried to make it short, but it was kind of like a long.
No, it's incredible, and that's what people want to know. People want to know who are you guys, and how did you get here, and background is always great because now I know so much more about you guys than I did 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely. Awesome.
And just watching the videos and the music, it doesn't tell that story.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate your story. And I love the story about the cipher because New York is the mecca of hip hop just because of that. Like we started off rapping in the streets. We never I'm gonna say I'm an artist as well. I've been in the music industry over 35 years.
Amazing.
I'm from Yonkers.
Congratulations to you, Queen.
And I've always, been a part of that hip hop thing, and it came from the street. So that's where you gotta. That's when you know if you could do this or not.
Absolutely.
If the street co-sign you could do this, and you might be able to do it in the street and can't do it in the industry.
Fact. That is a fact. I've actually seen a lot of and I didn't mean to cut you off, Queen. I actually seen a lot of that. There's a lot of guys. I remember this guy in my hood. He was like an OG. I guess he kind of left later on, like around the time I was getting ready to graduate high school. He was around, but he wasn't around. But OG, like anytime we had a cipher, he would always come up and kick a few bars. It don't matter if it's the homeless guy or some random guy that just pops up, spits a couple bars, and they keep going about his day. But the dude was actually really fucking nice, and I actually got to pick his brain a little bit because I caught him on the 2 train one time, and apparently like he was like an aspiring artist, but his path didn't align. Like he said exactly pretty much what you said. Like he tried to make it, but he realized he's not a performance guy. Like he's a on the spot in the moment kind of guy. He's not the guy that's going to fucking rock a show. You know what I'm saying? He's not really a show kind of guy. So he ain't never, after he did that he said he did like one little show, and he didn't like the feeling of it. He ain't like what he could do, and and he just parted ways from there. But he always fell in love with the craft of being able to, be on the spot, and because he was real dope with.
I think
anything he say on the spot, he'll do it on the spot. You give him a word, you give him something to look at, he'll just rap all day about it.
Like, well, that's what a true lyricist is. And I mean, people write songs. Some people don't write songs at all. My son, I had to force him to write it down on paper because he'll just freestyle forever and talk about punchline after punchline. That's when it takes a special kind of talent to do that.
Yeah.
And you have to have in this game, you have to have, like you said, that versatility. You can't just be I know a lot of artists that's just studio artists. They don't come out the studio, they studio rats. I know a lot of artists, they perform all the time. And I was that type of artist. I performed over 600 times. I won a lot of competitions, but I knew I had to come with all of it or I was gonna get rolled over.
And it's crazy that you say that because it's a unique perspective, especially like ever since we started like taking it really serious and being professional with it. Because the number one thing is like it was an exchange in regards to me and my brother when we first started out. Because I told him he was like, yo, we don't need to rap, and which is the facts. Like we don't have to. Like we're both very well off. You know what I'm saying? Own families. You know what I'm saying? Houses. You know what I'm saying? We got our great careers and stuff like that, making good money. We don't have to rap. No, of course not. But not for the wrong reasons, which would be like, driven for the money, and we'll get to that a little bit later in the interview. But it's a unique perspective because when I told him like, hey, let's really expand our creativity because, with our creativity approach, what I'm saying, with doing something that's never been done in 50 years of hip hop and saying like, yo, we can bring something new like to the table that, because people always ask every time they interview or they interview a new artist, they be like, yo, what do you do that's different than everybody else is doing? Well, we're basically showing it, what I'm saying, as we talk to you. So like, it's like, we're unveiling a track list that you can read like a book. You know what I'm saying? From the very first song that we published publicly in 2019 to currently, and all the way to 100 records that my brother promised me.
Yeah,
100%.
He holds me to that. Sure.
Yeah, 100%. So greatest living room rapper that ever was.
Not no more.
Not no more. He throws it in my face now, but that's the God honest truth. And the trade-off was like just the understanding that if we're going to do this, we have to do it completely holistically, professionally, and that's every aspect, whether that be business, whether that be performances, whether that be studio time, whether that be investments, whether that be create a catalog that not just we would consume and enjoy listening to, but everybody that on this musical journey with us will enjoy and understand and appreciate.
Right.
And that's what I believe that is the crossroads of like whether you could do it professionally or not. Like it's one thing to have like a 10-minute set or and say, hey, I'm gonna go do a 10-minute set, and then say, okay, well, hey man, your album's coming out. Like, what are you doing for a rollout? And that whole like thing behind the creative marketing scheme of just that. It's a lot of nuances that you have to learn, and I speak to a lot of artists that say, oh yeah, I rap too, and I'm like, all right, cool, you rap, like, all right, cool, what, like, let's do a track together, and then we do a track together, and you don't even have a pro, and you're like, yo, you don't got a pro, okay, like I'm trying to scramble to give them the information, like, hey, get your pro, and I'm like, all right, cool, and then it's like, all right, do you own your name? What do you mean, do I own my name? Like, when it's like, all right, do you have a business situated around you? Like, do you have a brand that you're promoting? Like, what? Like, it's all the small nuances that come with it. And I believe that, it does take a different level of person in regards to how dedicated you are in regards to that to build.
Gotta be dedicated to this, for sure.
Really be dedicated.
Definitely got to be dedicated. And people don't realize that it's called music business and not music talent. So talent can be created. We can make us up an artist right now.
Facts.
And because they know the business, so they could take an artist and make one.
Right.
And that's why a lot of artists fail for not knowing their own business, the branding, the marketing, the promotion. I ask artists how much you want to make in the next couple of years, or I ask them the question: if I gave you $3 million for 5 records, you'll take it? They said, yeah.
They don't know
I said, so on the first record, I'ma spend about 15 million.
Easily.
Yeah, easily. Depending on your marketing.
You still owe me 4 more.
Right.
So you are already in the hole with me. And I spent it all with my own company, my own producers, my own studios, my own clothing people. And I told you that's how much it costs.
Right.
I mean, shit, just for radio. I mean, then they just blew the whistle on that. Like this 2 different people that control the radio, and you got to break them both off. You know what I'm saying? You got to break them both off. So they said, what was, I think Young Dolph said it too. Young Dolph said it was just to roll out one single, you could spend anywhere between 250,000 and 400K. So that's just for one. Talking about, but you talking about that's just one single, and that's already a quarter ticket. You know what I'm saying? So, then on
top of that, people
expected,
and that's just for radio.
That's radio. That's not studio. That's not clothes. That's not videos. And by the way, you guys, what made me interested in y'all at first when it was first sent over to me, I'm gonna go look.
Mm-hmm.
When I looked, I said, "Oh no, I love it." They got all like the website and just everything about how y'all packaged yourselves up is what piqued my first interest. Music, I interview artists all the time. I'm just work with artists for 35 years. I don't want to hear nobody else's music, please.
Right.
Right. Facts.
So the music is not what attracts me a lot of times when it's with an artist. Your business is well put together. Your videos are nice. It made me want to go look at the video now. It made me want to go listen to the song now.
Right. I appreciate the point. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So what do we have to look forward to coming from you guys in 2024?
Can I
because he been freaking itching this whole fucking time. Like this, when I say itching, like he been like, yo, we should just drop the album tomorrow. Fuck it, let's just drop it out. But yeah, go ahead. I love
that. So the God Honest Truth, 2024, we're gonna release. Because last year we released 2 albums, or 2 projects, I would call it. Depending on which side of the marketing you're looking at in regards to negotiation for worth or whatever. I always tell people, like, if you're looking at the background analytics, especially because of how we, roll out stuff and do things, especially like with us finally being global now, a lot of the money that we make for our business and stuff like that, it comes through the website, especially overseas where they don't have DSPs yet, like running rampant. A lot of people will find us, look on the website, and then buy the album. So we'll get like a lot of buys overseas. Especially because we set the website up so that it's like very musical based before we get into the merch, before we get into the videos, before we get into the articles and stuff like that written. We put it right in your face. Like if you're looking for the music, it's right here. And we're in a situation where 2024 we're going to do 2 things. You're gonna drop a lot more videos this year. God willing, hopefully 2, maybe more. But we have an album called It's Funny How Life Is. So if you've been paying attention to how the project titles have been going so far, it's in order of precedence. Everything changed when she came. She made Heaven Fall and Froze Summer. It's funny how life is. So it's that the project titles is enough. Like I can't wait to drop this project because it's like kind of like a not a full embodiment because we're very two-sided. We jump between hip hop and rap all the time, and people don't realize that there's 2 genres. So She Made Heaven Fall was more of a rap project. And Froze Summer was very hip hoppy. We're going back to rap with this one, but we're adding our own twist to it, which would be like a very not just comedic with skits, but also like sectiony. Like you'll have a section that's like hardcore. Then you have a section that's female driven and emotions and stuff like that. Then you have a section where it's like controversial. Then you have a section where it's like, so it's very sectioned off in regards to like what we're doing, and I'm excited about that project. I actually can't wait to drop that project. Right now it's scheduled for Leap Day release. So we're that's tentative. It might move to the right depending on if we can squeeze the final edits out with the certain features that we have. But if those features don't pan out, I don't care. I'm putting it out. So,
with this album specifically.
Oh, my fault. The second half of that is the website. So on the website, we're actually I've been speaking to my team. We've been speaking to our team in reference to a lot of our earlier music. And we might revamp the audio player on the website so that not only does it have random stuff that's not out to the public, but we might actually put a lot of our earlier works in chronological order so people can enjoy the earlier mixtapes that we have.
Yeah, because we got a lot of classics, I would say. Because like one of our best friends, he took the journey with us to Chicago when we went to go perform out there, and he fell in love with a couple of our old tracks. He was like, "Yo, y'all niggas, they put this shit out." I'm like, "Nah, we have it." And
the original stuff would be the best because just was giving it up.
He's like, this shit. He said, "This shit fire." So. Definitely looking to revamp the website. As far as the album goes, like Twin said, we're gonna drop an album this year. And we're gonna be focusing more towards visuals throughout the year. More interviews, more people getting immersed in who we are. Because this album, the reason why we're doing a little bit more skits is, if you notice, most of our albums don't have any skits on it. And that's the reason, because we like to focus more on the music, like, hey, we got to get this out to you. But a lot of people are realizing and coming back to us and say, hey, man, y'all need to add some more character to it. The album's a classic, but we wish we would have had your personality on it. So that's what we focusing on with this album, is showing our comedic presence. You know what I'm saying? We got a funny approach to it. Everybody be around us always laughs and stuff like that. So we're showing a little bit more of that side, especially because the album's title is Funny How Life Is. We're trying to make you laugh on that, on a couple of those skits. So, but also showing a realistic side of life. You know what I'm saying? So, and correlate that with the music that we're putting out and having that match. So it's been real fun recording this album.
And how it clashes. Like especially like certain skits on there. I'm not gonna go too deep, but or divulge too much because I don't want to give up the art before it's ready. But it's basically how those two things align and clash, like how our musical presence and our real life kind of clash from time to time.
Yeah,
especially
that is the question that I wanted to ask. Do you feel that you guys have similar styles or very different styles?
Oh, hell yeah. Honestly, to be honest with you, the reason why we do the whole hip hop and rap element is because that is basically our two different sides. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm more of the rap guy. I'm more the rap guy. Twin is more the real raw hip hop, boom bap. Like that's Twin, you know what I'm saying? But we both, we're very competitive in nature. We've always been competitive as fuck. So like anytime I hear him kill something on a boom bap or any type of beat, I'm like, nah, I gotta kill that too. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you get both sides of us, because I love the rap. He loves the hip hop element, the raw, rugged approach to it. And when those styles clash, that's what you get. So that's why we're able to just go back and forth between hip hop and rap and show the difference between the two, because you're looking at two twins that fell in love with two different styles of rap. So when you get there, when you listen to our music, you're hearing that, oh, this is the rap style. So, oh, that's the twin that likes the rap shit. He, whatever. And then we go back and forth with that. And then when you hear the old school shit like Old and Froze Summer, oh, that's the other twin. He pushed this concept. So you can kind of tell the difference between the rap. But we always clash with our styles, and we deliver something that's raw, rugged, and that's different than anything else you're going to hear out there right now. So that's what we got ourselves on.
And most importantly, like how we fell in love with the conceptual aspect of hip hop and rap. So like the conceptual aspect would be like, we got a hard beat, but we want to challenge ourselves to write something that is more than just the shoot 'em up, bang bang, drug, sex, kill, murder, drug dealer. I'm over it, quite honest, and Twin's probably over it too. And that kind of leads into the project that's coming out after this one that we're currently writing, which is like really fun, and it's very politically speaking. It's very political in itself. Very Pan-African.
We're trying not to be too preachy, because I know these younger niggas, they always be like, y'all niggas be preaching. Like, hey, look, nigga. Hey, look, nigga, that's what rap is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Dropping knowledge.
Knowledge, man. We got to
dropping knowledge, not sowing into the destruction of the people that's listening to you.
Every single thing that we've ever done from beginning to now there's been nuggets of information in there that you can get from and appreciate. And we thrive ourselves on being like that, like, being conceptual in regards to the fact that every time you hear us rap, we're saying something. We're not just saying whatever or drawing these words together just so people can,
hear them rhyme. Nah, we ain't doing
it. Like everything is with the message and a purpose.
Very, yeah, everything is very much intricately driven. So very beautifully crafted, took our time. Like there's been plenty of times where, Twin would write a verse or I would write a verse, and it wouldn't match the concept that one of us driven. Because what happens with these tracks most of the time is Twin will come to me like, yo, man, you heard the beat? I'm like, yeah, I heard the beat. I had something on my mind. He's like, oh, nah, I already wrote the hook. Just write, you got to write your verse. So now I got to listen to what he did and then formulate my own twist to the topic, So
I love it.
Same thing with Twin. So like, if I come to Twin with something like, hey man, this is the concept right here. Yo, I already wrote the hook. He's like, oh man, let me hear it. And we tweak it. Oh yeah, this is fire. And then he got to come back up with it. And then one time, I remember one of the hottest records we got out, which we got a challenge to do a strip club record, which is not something that if you listen to our catalog, it's not something that we typically do. But we decided to do the strip club record, and that's more the rap side. So I took that as like my little baby. So Twin came up with the hook at first, and I was like, yeah, I fucking love this hook, but it's missing something. Let me take it. So I took the hook, revamped it, took a piece of what he did and stretched it. And then we made the hook. And then I wrote my verse, and then Twin wrote his verse, but he wrote his verse originally to his concept of his hook. And then he had to go back after I was like, nah, Twin, this don't fit. And he was like, all right, bet, say less. And he went back, and I'm talking about when I say competitive, Twin was like, oh, don't fit? Say less. So he was like,
I'm talking about in literally less than a day. In our busy schedules, I was like, yo, fuck that.
I'm talking about the middle, picking up the kids from school, going to work.
But y'all keep each other on y'all toes. And it's like sparring. It's like having a good sparring partner that y'all both could fight.
Oh yeah, exactly. He was like, fuck it. You know what he did? I said, Twin, how the fuck did you find time to write this? He was like, man, I stopped traffic. I literally pulled over the side of the road. The hands over, was like, let me finish this motherfucker. He dead ass did that shit too.
That's funny. And people were pissed.
We're running out of time, guys.
Oh shit.
And I want okay, so you already said hopefully leap day that the new project will be dropping. I want you to tell everyone how to follow you guys on social media, the website, how they can get to that music.
So we are on all streaming platforms. You can catch us on all social media sites. It's the number 2WIIN _ KINGZ with a Z. That's all streaming. That's all streaming platforms, and that's all social media sites. Our website is the same way, 2WIIN KINGZ with a Z.com. And you can check out all of our unreleased music, stuff that's in the archives. The current music that's even out, you can kind of find it as a one full hub of our home base at our website. So you can buy stuff from there. You can, with the merch is coming soon, so bear with us. We're definitely working on the merch. It's a lot of different sides of this hip hop game, so we're definitely working on that.
I love it. I need you to give a big shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV.
Shout out to Worldwide Entertainment, baby.
Yeah, shout out to Worldwide Entertainment. Thank you so much for having us. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. It's the Twin Kings. You already know. Crown us while we here, man. You heard? And crown them too, because they definitely doing it big. You heard?
Yes, sir. Worldwide.
Worldwide. Thank you so much, guys. It's a pleasure. I'm really looking forward to, seeing you guys in action. I'm in New York as well.
Word.
Back and forth a lot.
Where in New York are you?
I'm in Queens right now.
Okay. That's what's
Okay.
up.
Okay.